Wow. Hi, my name is April Hennig, and I'm here today with Oscar Quevedo, and he is of Quevedo Wines. He's going to talk to us a little bit about what his winery is and does, where it's located. So go ahead, Oscar.
So April, and all of you, our winery is located in the northern part of Portugal, in the Douro Valley, nearby the area of Spain, nearby the Spanish border. Together with my sister, we represent a small port wine producer. We are the 5th generation of grape growers, and we also make a little bit of still wines. We age our own ports in our cellar that April hasn't visited yet, but one day I'm sure she's going to be there, and you are more than welcome to come. So if you want to contrast the port produced by a big producer, big shipper that has been on the market for quite some decades, and a smaller producer, you may want to try our port.
So tell me a little bit about the difference between port and, say, still wine, because people sometimes always think of Oporto or port as being a sweet wine, and then when they learn that there's still wines, they're a little bit confused about it.
Okay, so to make still wine, we start by crushing the grapes, and we will let the yeast eat all the sugar of the grape and transforming this sugar into alcohol. For port, what we do, we kill the yeast by adding wine spirit and increasing the alcohol content to around 19%. With this alcohol, the yeast won't survive. So it dies, and instead of fermenting all the sugar of the grape, we will have some residual sugar, fructose, so the sugar from the grape, that is not fermented. This way we have some sweetness in port, and also this higher alcohol that comes from the wine spirit that we add.
And so now your family doesn't just make port wines, they also make what you would consider a still wine. And then tell me a little bit about that region where those still wines are coming from.
Okay, so the region for port and for still wines is the same. The grapes in general are also the same. What we do is that instead of fortifying, so adding this wine spirit, we let the yeast eat all the sugar in the wine, and this way we have a still wine. So the still wine that we make, it's it comes from the same grapes, but it has no sweetness. So it's not, we can compare it with port, because for port we have to stop the fermentation. For the still wines, we have two labels. We have Oscars, which is our friendly, easy drinking wine. We
Just like Oscar.
We make a white and red version, and we also have the Claudia's, which is a reserve, more complex, something that for a special day.
And Claudia, she is your sister, and she's also the winemaker.
Exactly.
Right? That's great.
That's right.
And so, what would be your one recommendation in terms of trying to pair port wines with food, or, for example, even some of your other regular wines?
Well, in terms of food pairing, port loves nuts, chocolate, cheeses, depending on the kind of port you are having, for sure. So Tony port, which is the barrel-aged port, goes great with nuts. Also with more the sweetest chocolate. While the vintage port or late bottle vintage is great with a blue cheese, so more intense.
Right.
Also with a dark chocolate bitter, so something with more powerful. So honestly, sometimes I don't even have anything with my port. Just
like to enjoy it.
Just a good book or a movie, and that's all I need to drink my glass of port.
So now you know exactly how to pair ports and what you need to try. So go out there and have a glass of port. Cheers.
Cheers.
Very good.
Good.
Good.